Well, several tributes have started pouring in from all quarters, including members of the opposition NDC. We'll bring you some of these tributes, but let's take you first to the Ashanti region, specifically his hometown, Kwadwo Owusu, where residents have been thrown into a state of mourning following his death. They describe Mr. Afriyie as an industrious son of the town. My colleague Ohiming reports that everyone, including the young to the aged, are seen clad in red and black. My colleague Ohiming he joins us live on the line now. Ohiming, describe the atmosphere where you are now for us.
Thank you, Araba. The entire Kwadwo Owusu community has been thrown into a state of mourning, from the young to the aged. Everybody you see in the streets is in red or black. Those who are not even related to the late Kwadwo Owusu Afriyie cannot sit at home. There are people who had managed to come from their homes, but they cannot enter the house or the family house of the late Mr. Owusu Afriyie because they say they are in deep pain. The best they could do is to sit just on the gutter in front of the house because they are in deep pain. So I must say the entire community has thrown into a state of mourning because they say they have benefited immensely from the late Mr. Owusu Afriyie, and the benefits that they have made from him cannot even be quantified, Araba.
I imagine that the family members are in a state of shock as well. You've been speaking to some of them. What have they been saying?
I've been speaking to the family, especially the immediate ones, the nephew of Mr. Owusu Afriyie, who describes his death as shock to them because they didn't hear of Mr. Owusu Afriyie's hospitalization and also to think of even his death. We can take a listen to one of his nephews.
His memory will remain, and as I'm saying, Mr. Kwadwo Owusu his generosity cannot be described. Anybody that comes to him, he opened his arms to everybody. When he became the CEO of Forestry Commission, a lot of the youth have gained employment under the Forestry Commission through the afforestation program, and also people who are in school, training colleges, and even those who cannot get food, whenever he is around and you go to him, he will give you something so that you and your family will not go to bed on an empty stomach.
So what will be the legacy of Mr. Owusu Afriyie as far as the entire Kwadwo Owusu community is concerned?
His legacy will be a lot, because if you are coming, he single-handedly burdened a hospital for the community. He supplied the Kwadwo Owusu community with street lights, and he's engineered the tiring of Kwadwo Owusu main roads and the entire streets. He's single-handedly doing it, and everybody in Kwadwo Owusu can attest to that fact. So his legacy is a lot, and the family and the community have lost a great person.
Ohiming, we are also hearing reports that he lost his sister and his aunt to the deadly COVID-19. What have you picked up?
It is not clear whether the two relatives died of COVID-19, but what we do know is that, yes, he lost an auntie because we are told Sir John lost his mom at tender age. So it was his sister's sister who took care of him from that point. So at this time, so he lost that aunt, and also his direct sister who came close before him. And this sister, we are told, also took care of Sir John throughout his days in school. So Sir John has lost two great people that he loved so much. And so 2 weeks ago, he came to the community and had a family meeting with the community, and they actually fixed the funeral date on 27th of August 2020. So he started even inviting people to come mourn with him. Myself, I received a message from Mr. Owusu Afriyie inviting me to mourn with him and also commiserate with him upon the death of his auntie and the sister. But the family is saddened by the fact that this is a man who came, sat with them and fixed the funeral for the two relatives on 27th August, but he is no more. So they don't know what to do, whether to go ahead with the funeral for the two relatives before his, or combine the two funerals together, because already one is fixed on 27th August and Mr. Owusu Afriyie's death has also come in. So I spoke to another of the family, Kwadwo Owusu, who echoes the concerns of the family, expressing deep regret and the fact that the family is in a fix.
All right. So that was Ohime Interior with that update from Sakura Wonu, the hometown of Sir John. The town has been thrown into a state of mourning, as he reported.